How you doing, ladies and gentlemen? Brian T. Shirley, BTS on the road. Here at the Marriott in downtown Charleston. I'm right across from the river, and going to be doing the 50th reunion of the USS Wainwright. Doing a show for those folks, military show. A little footnote for you folks. George Patton's grandson is going to be one of the speakers, so we'll see if I can get a shot of him. I don't know what the rules are with that, but anyway, a little bit of a different gig here. And I'm headlining the thing, so this is going to be different. Here in front of, this is a wall in the Marriott that I just noticed, and it's a tribute to our former mayor, Joe Riley, who just retired after, I guess, about 40 years being the mayor here. My dad served with him for 20 years, and he's actually in one of the BTS on the road. Earlier in this series, when my dad there was a sidewalk named after my dad, and Mayor Riley was there to preside over it. But anyway, neat wall here. This is all shots of our former mayor, Mayor Riley.
Jeff and Mary Kate on her yard was flooded, so our yard figure.
The dinner is starting to get served. They're getting the salads out there. And I just want to take a minute to tell you briefly what's going on. They're having a raffle. They're going to be doing that throughout the evening. Like I said, George Patton's grandson is going to be talking. He's going to be doing about 30 minutes. I'm sitting at the head table and right by him. Nice guy, and really going to be interested to see what he has to say about his grandfather. And I'm even going to get a little bit of it. He allowed me to get some for this series, so you're going to see some of that.
270-1827.
They had a very touching ceremony they just did for all the MIAs or the KIAs, the boys, the women that didn't make it back. Let's put it that way. There's a table there I just showed you. The chair's up. There's a rose there. It's set. But that is to remind them and all of us of the soldiers that did not make it back. And they had a ceremony to remember all those that served and did not make it back to us. So very moving, very moving. Anyway, Brian T. Shirley about to eat, and then, well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any of what I do tonight on film because, well, there's nobody to film me. All right. Bye.
Association. We would like to present you with a nice plaque that you can remember us by.
Don't get him crying.
George Patton Waters.
And for the wonderful introduction of me and General Patton, the grandson. I also had a father who was a general in the United States Army. And why is my name George Patton Waters? Well, my mother, Beatrice, was General Patton's firstborn child. And I was the second born into the family in 1941. And that's where I came from. That's why I'm a Waters and not a Patton. I was invited to come to the 1912 events in Stockholm, the Olympic events. And he went over there in pentathlon, 5 sports, and he did really well. He finished first in all but shooting. And shooting was really his best game, he thought. But what happened was the targets, I think you have 7 rounds, and when he shot the target, there was only 1 hole. Well, you can imagine what he said were all the other 6 bullets, but they were 7 holes. But this is wonderful. I was sitting outside in a little metal cart, a little pedal cart, and waiting for this man to come. And this car drives up, and this guy gets out with a cigar in his mouth, a helmet, and some boots, which I brought. These boots come out of the car, and I'm supposed to be there and be all happy to see my grandfather for the first time. He'd never seen his grandkids either, so I don't know how happy he was about that, but he arrived, and I realized when I got out of the car that I was going to have a new life experience. I knew this guy wasn't Santa Claus. It was right before Christmas, and he got out of his tall man boots, 2 belts, smoking a cigar. He didn't have any brandy in his hand at that time, but he did eventually, that week. And he had a wonderful second language, which I really liked. He looked at me and said, "Who are you, you little beat?" And I said, "Just before Christmas." Well, he did bring me some gifts. I got to give him credit for that. We got a Mauser, we got a .38 pistol, a little bit, and then he gave us some German uniforms, the pile of uniforms they had, because this is what we kept. The rest had to be thrown away after the great adventure with old Patton coming. My dad came home and their dad didn't. But that's my story, and I'm just honored that I've had a chance to be here with you and y'all to listen to. Thank you very much.
The recruiting poster.
Right.
What was it?
So the USS Wainwright was used as a recruiting tool nationally for the Navy.
And the former CO went on to be commanding officer of the U.S. Naval Recruiting Command. And he had a painting commission, and from that became that. Got one over there? Okay.
So I designed this quilt, and it's got custom fabric and so forth in it. It would buy a lot of tickets. So who knows, but whoever does, if it isn't me.
Gary Lyons over there.
And that's both of y'all, huh?
Yep.
Both that came out that I took a shot. That's what the good. That's amazing. What year was that, Cookie?
Probably 1966 or 67.
Wow. You know, I was a sperm then.
Above and Beyond Award, Manning Seligman, in recognition of your dedicated hard work making the 5030 USS Wainwright 2016 a huge success. USS Wainwright Veterans Association, Charleston, South Carolina, July 16, 2016. To Martha Seligman for her outstanding support, understanding, and assistance in helping her husband, Manny, make the 2016 Charleston, South Carolina reunion a success. Thank you. July 16th, 2016, it's signed by the board members.
I made this to raise money for the family.
Now we said it earlier, let me repeat it. Godspeed, fair winds, following seas, safe travels home.
Guys are video there, this older guys, that was following them.
cost him about $600. Had a commission. There's a kit for that. And then he had the guy cut the bottom off, screws and the prop and everything. So it would sit in the water. So he had that custom made.
So these are actual pieces of the Wainwright, ladies and gentlemen, when it was scuttled in 2001.
This is to swap out a 5-inch cam.
Oh, okay.
You swap the bore out with it.
Right, a bore swab.
Yep, you put a rag over the end of it, and you run the rag out to get the major part of it, and then you flush it with
Did they get this stuff off the ocean or just off the ship before it was?
They went up there while it was just before it was being sent out to see for the target exercise. Actually, it was about 18 months or 2 years ahead of time.
What lights are these?
That's the aft light fantail and the port and starboard running lights.
And that's
And we had I guess it's the healer. Is that the healer light? That was a radio man. That was inside.
What's that?
Blue light.
What horn is
Also
that?
known as a range light.
That was our ship's horn.
This would be a stern. This is a stern marker.
Oh God!
Oh yeah. Oh God. One over for me and one over for you. See, you're gonna have to help me out.
Oh, say, can you see by a heavenly light that guides our hands and our hearts through the night, that all people can hold to liberty's goal? To build from our dreams as our vision unfolds, and to teach all our young